How are you? Thanks for coming. Thank you, I'm great. How are you doing? I'm doing great, thank you. Have a seat. Yeah, thank you so much. Anytime. So anyway, shall we start? Yeah, sure. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Olivia, the manager of our department here, and we have been interviewing applicants to fill the position as quickly as possible. Pleasure to know you, Mrs. Olivia, and yeah, I'm ready for the interview. So, to get started, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Dinar I graduated with my degree in Information and Public Relations 2 months ago. I chose that field of study because I have always been interested to have interacting with many people, and I think that kind of study has a great chance for my career in the future. I used to work as a receptionist hotel, but a few years ago, there was such a part-time job because I was go online classes, began my semester in college because of COVID. So I try to keep myself being productive by doing that job at the moment. I have always been skilled at building connections and communicating with customers. I was also handling in administration and finance in the hotel I was worked at. My experience has successfully taught me how to build connections and maintain good relationships with customers. It was also taught me a little more about financial management. Besides my study, I have been passionate about business and handling finance since I was a kid. I joined several organizations and always join in the PR or finance division, which is I love it. Moving forward, I would love to work at PT Unilever Indonesia that specializes in the PR officer. I believe my experiences and my passion will allow me to be a great asset to your PR officer teams. Okay, that's great. I want to knowing about your education. Please, tell me more. Diponegoro University graduated me with a bachelor's degree in Applied Information and Public Relations with Public Relations concentration. I had the opportunity to practice many things related to the world of PR when I was in college, ranging from how to organize events, good service to customers, content production, building branding, how to lobby internal or external parties of the company, crisis management, and many more. That feel very related to support my knowledge of the real world of work in the field of public relations later. I'm also active in several organizational activities in the international scope of the campus, and I managed to pass funding in a community service program called P2MD, which is a program from the Indonesian Ministry of Education and Culture, Research and Technology. Well, that's nice. I think it's enough about your education background, and I want to know what do you know about this company. I read on your website your company engaged in manufacturing, marketing, distribution, and consumer goods. Your company sells various brands that are already very well known in Indonesia, such as Pep, Sodan, Pond's, Lux, Lifebuoy, Dove, Sunsilk, Clear, Rexona, Vaseline, Brinso, Molto, Sunlight, Walls, Blue Band, Royco, Bango, and many more. Your company started its commercial operations in 1933 and now has a total of 400 brands worldwide and 40 brands in Indonesia with 9 factories and has more than 4,000 employees in Indonesia. Unilever is a company built on a purpose that makes me interesting that you want to inspire people to take small actions in their daily lives in order to make a difference for the world. Well, that's true. We will have a good purpose for our company. Well, what about this question? Why are you interested to join in the PR officer in this company? While I enjoy working in the field of communication, which requires me to make good relationship with many people both internally and externally. In addition, I'm also interested in your company's public relations program called Corporate Social Responsibility or CSR, and I hope to join one of the programs, namely Small Medium Enterprise Development. It sounds good. It sounds great for me. Okay, good. So the next is I want to ask you more about your. Tell me what's your greatest strength. Well, my greatest strength is I'm very collaborative and have always preferred to work in groups. When I was a receptionist, I worked together in a team and managed to increase the percentage of visitors to the hotel within 6 months. I'm an empathetic person who is skilled at relating to people and making them feel heard. All my friends told me that I'm a good listener and I can make people feel safe when they tell me about anything. I hope that skill can help me to build a great connection with my customer in my future job. I'm also very disciplined and organizational person. I never miss a deadline. I'm highly organized. I have always been on time and I do not like someone who is often late for everything. That's great. What about your greatest weakness? My weakness is I'm perfectionist person. This can be a strength in many roles, but in this case, I would to explain that sometimes being a perfectionist tends to make me linger on the details of a project which can threaten deadlines. When I got projects or tasks, I tend to need a lot of time to consider and finish them because I want them to be perfect. Even though I always finish it before the deadline, sometimes I feel that was the time. But I'm working on that and trying to learn how to find the balance between perfect and very good and being timely. Well, yeah, I agree. Perfectionist could be a different way, positive or negative. It depends on how you can handle it. By the way, how do you see yourself 5 years from now? I'm certain that the coming 5 years will be productive for me. Working in an esteemed organization with a positive work environment can be rewarding. I can picture myself growing to the position I'm working on. I feel the values of this organization can be advantageous to my career. In return, I see myself utilizing my knowledge to yield better outcomes. I will really enjoy my work in the PR world or even manager. Also, in 5 years, I would like to have my own business beside my job. Nice! So, what is your greatest professional achievement so far? In my last job, there was an issue in the financial department of the hotel where I used to work. The average previous hotel financial holder could not operate Microsoft Excel. So the financial data at the hotel was previously very chaotic and unstructured. My Microsoft Excel skill at the moment was not that good, but I'm trying to improve my financial data to be more neat and structured. It is my greatest achievement in my opinion because it was my first experience to solving problem in the world of work. Also, as I told you before, I worked together in a team and managed to increase the percentage of visitors to the hotel in 6 months. Well, that's a good achievement for your beginning careers. Next question is, what kind of work environment do you like best? Honestly, I can be productive in most work environments as long as the mentality is positive and teamwork is encouraged. I cannot work in an environment that feels negative or toxic because it is unhealthy and my mental health is the most important than anything else for me personally. I would love to work in an environment that can give me warmth and an environment that embraces each other so the atmosphere is like a family. The atmosphere provides comfort that I think can improve my performance compared to a toxic atmosphere instead. Well, yeah, I understand. Toxic environments are always not good. But I want to know, how do you manage stress and pressure? I believe that the key to managing stress and pressure in work is actually working as a team with others, whether it's my coworkers, supervisor, or managers. I know that if we all band together to see what can be done, we come to a solution far more quickly and easier. So I really see communication between key people in a company to be the best way to handle stressful situations. Having trust in the team is how I stay calm and collected. And for me, prioritizing my responsibilities and tasks is how I best deal with stress, as I know it could easily to get out of hand if I didn't have a clear plan of action. Knowing what is most important and then working from there helps me to take it one step at a time and stay calm even if the situation is challenging. That's great. And we have the last question. What makes you unique? I'm a very good communicator and find it easy for me to relate to other people. Almost all my friends told me I'm also a good listener, so I can make others feel comfortable and trust me when they talk to me. My experience when I was a receptionist has given me unique technical skill that I can apply to this role. As a PR, I believe I can handle communication and also advertising for product owned by the company. I'm also very open to new knowledge and advice while working so that it can add to my insight and experience and make my skill grow better and better. Well, okay, I have everything I need, but do you have any question for me about the company for the position? Yes, sure. Can you tell me more about what you're looking for in an ideal candidate for this position? Well, if I should point out one thing only, I would go with the communication skill. PR is all about communication in this field. How they can manage their client, how they can put creative idea for advertising product, also how they can lobbying the stakeholder for this company. That's all we need. That's helpful. It's good to know what the expectations are. I really appreciate that you're considering me for these positions. I love to be part of the company achieving its goals. Very good. That's great. Thank you so much for coming in, Dinar. It's great to meet you. I'll give you a call the next 3 days. Sounds good. I look forward for it. Thanks again. My pleasure.